So I'm not in my usual location, and that's because I'm working away from home. And I've got the whole weekend off. So we need to decide what to do. We need a game plan. So I'm staying kind of in the middle of nowhere, but there is a town close by. It's a train journey away. So I'm gonna wake up with a coffee and head out, jump on the train and head into the town of Invenesse to see if there's anything in way of physical media that I can perhaps purchase. And it should be kind of interesting to have a look around, no? So I've checked the train times on my phone. I've got about 20 minutes until the next train into Invenesse and we need to get moving. Yep, I 100% needed another coffee. On this trip, I also tried recording on my new pocket camera. Hope it turns out well. You know, I've done this for the shots, but I realise CEX is right behind me. Just there. Now one of the first on the shelves is Anora in 4K. This has been one of my favourite movies so far this year, but I already own it. So why am I highlighting this in the video? Well, it's the prices at CEX. At the £28 they've got this on the shelf for, it's not even 10% off the full retail price for the movie from anywhere else. So sometimes the prices in CEX just seem overly inflated. I don't know if people pay these prices, but I know that I didn't even pay £28 for this. I shopped around online and I think I got it with a 20% off code from HMV, or it might have been 10% off at Rarewaves, but it was cheaper than a pre-owned copy from CEX, and that was brand new. So when you're shopping in CEX, just be careful of the pricing, because some of them, they're just a little bit ridiculous. Just wandering upstairs and there's an absolute butt ton of DVD up here. I've never seen a selection quite like it in a CEX. I'm surprised there's so many DVD still knocking around. They've got whole TV and documentary sections, they've got music discs, they've got feature films. Honestly, it's packed. Yeah, so for this video I did ask if I could film in CEX, but they wouldn't allow me, so yeah, that's why I made my way upstairs to the DVDs. I'm not actually sure that there's much that I want in terms of DVD. There's a couple of titles that I've been looking for, but I'm still going to have a wander around and see if there's anything that sticks out. There's two titles that I've been looking for on DVD to check out. One was Ghost and the Darkness, the old Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas movie about the lions in Africa. The other I wanted to check out was a TV show that Guillermo del Toro produced, which was called The Strain. I never actually watched it when it was released, but I'm a fan of Del Toro, so I'm going to see if they've got that over in the TV section. Now I can't find the Ghost in the Darkness. I think it's because it's out of print and pretty hard to get hold of. I want to look for The Strain still, but I have noticed in this CEX, it's one of the very few that they've actually still got a CD selection. CDs, who'd have thought it? To say some people are worried that CEX are going to be stopping doing DVDs and physical media in general, this store, it's kind of testament to the fact that it's not over just yet. They've got all sorts. But they've not got The Strain. God damn it. So I did check for The Strain when I got back home, and you know what? Now, Invenesse have it in stock. Anyway, I think that's enough lingering around DVDs because there's not much I want in terms of DVD. I'm going to head downstairs and see what they've got in terms of Blu-ray. Now this one, No Escape, starring Owen Wilson, it's actually a fun little thriller. I had a good time with it, and for £2, it's worth picking up if you see it knocking about. Worth checking out. Random Acts of Violence, 100% did not know this had a physical release. I think it was previously a Shudder exclusive. It was okay, but not one I'll be adding into the collection. I'm seeing more and more stores with decent anime selections, and Invenesse CEX, it was no exception. So here was one of my temptations, M. Night Shyamalan's Trap at only £8. So why didn't I pick it up? It even had a slippy slipcover. Well, as much as I do want to see it, I really don't think it's a film that I'm going to benefit from a rewatch of over time, and I'm not that interested in the extras, so it's one that unfortunately I'm just going to wait for streaming. And with that, no pickups were made, but I had other shops to visit, so off out into town, seeing if I could find HMV.
But it's not gonna change a thing. Maybe you'll try to hide it. Pull down the curtain where the light comes in.
So it can't be a visit to HMV without looking at the new release wall. One of the newest releases that they had was Novocaine with Jack Quaid. I saw this at the cinema. It was okay, but I've got no desire to add it into the collection just yet. One of my favourite films so far this year was Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, but I didn't pick this up there and then, and there's a reason why. And that reason is the price. Now, yeah, we're all getting used to spending around 25 quid for a new 4K release, but when I'm wandering around HMV, I'm seeing that many offers on everything else. There's the 3 for £50 on 4K, there's 2 for £30 on 4K, there's offers on boutique labels, and when I'm looking at picking up just one title for 25 quid, it seems really high. It puts me off wanting to make that purchase. I could wait a couple of months and Nosferatu, it could be in one of those offers. So I was resistant to picking this up at that price. Not saying it's one I won't add to the collection, but I want one of the offers. Yep, television section, I'm still looking for a good price on The Strain. Still too expensive for a pickup, but this one, it's a cracking TV show. Well worth checking out if you can get hold of it. 45 quid, it's a bit much, but it's one that I possibly will grab when that price drops in a sale. Now, I realise I've fallen way behind with what physical media has been released. I didn't realise Flight Risk had already been released. I didn't realise Heart Eyes was already out. And I also found on the shelf Love Hurts and the John Woo remake of a John Woo movie, The Killer. When did that get released? Now there's something else I didn't realise was happening in HMV stores. The limited edition premium collection, they're now releasing the movies without those slipcovers or the premium packaging. They're now there in the standard edition form, which is good news because it looks like these things will be available for some time to come. Another thing I've been noticing across the shopping videos that are on YouTube is that HMV now have a letterbox section. I was kind of curious what this was, so I had a look. And this section, it seems to be full of films that are highly recommended on Letterboxd. It's a good selection of movies. I mean, here are just a few. Out of everything that HMV have started adding to their stores, I do love that they've started including books. They've got some good solid options relating to anything music or film related too. Some nice selections. Well, I guess failing to plan is a plan to fail. I've just not been feeling enthusiastic about anything that I've seen. I've been to CEX, I've been to HMV, and there's not a lot that is actually filling me with enthusiasm. I don't know if I'm just not in the mood or there's just nothing that's taken my fancy. So after feeling a little bit underwhelmed from the shopping trip, I've decided to stop for some food. We're at Pizza Express, enjoying a nice coffee and hopefully some nice pizza. Might head back to CEX and see if I missed anything, but for now, snacks and drinks. The Sloppy Giuseppe. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So the book selection in HMV kind of set me off. I've been reading a lot more while I've been working away, so Waterstones it was. Red Rising is on my to-be-read list, but I've got a copy at home. But this has got a lovely golden cover. And of course, I get drawn to the movie-related books. We've got Stardust there, we saw Princess Bride there, but one that did stick out, which I have read, is Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary is a great book, and if you don't already know, it's been turned into a movie starring Ryan Gosling. Should be out March of next year, and it's a movie that I'm very much looking forward to.
I'm not an astronaut.
If you enjoy a good book, then I'd fully recommend reading it, but don't spoil the movie. Or if you're waiting for the movie to come out, then I'd perhaps recommend avoiding the trailer. There's a couple of things featured in the trailer for the movie that came as a surprise to me in the book, and I think if you can avoid those spoilers, then you may get a little more enjoyment discovering it through the movie yourself. I fully recommend the book, I fully recommend the story. 100% keep your eye out for this movie when it's released March next year. And this place here, this is where my little book hunt came to a purchase. It was one of the coolest pre-owned bookstores I've ever been in. And because it was such an awesome spot, I felt like I had to pick something up. They didn't have the book that I wanted, but they had a different book by the same author, which was All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Crosby. Now, I didn't realise when I picked this up that it's actually being turned into a TV show for Netflix. I'm about halfway through it now and I'm really enjoying it. It should be a great thriller. I really hope Netflix can do this one justice. You know what? No. Well, I'm back again to the CEX. I'm going to see if there's anything that I can pick up or anything that's of slight interest. Let's get in. So on my return to CEX, I actually made 2 pickups. You want to know what they are, don't you? Now, the first one is a movie that I caught in cinemas. I did enjoy it, but I didn't pick it up immediately on release. It was only £6 on the shelf in CEX, so I pulled the trigger. And that movie is Abigail, the little vampire flick from the guys over at Radio Silence. I did enjoy the movie and I'm looking forward to that revisit, so that's going to go on the shelf for now until I've got a time that I can sit and watch again. The second one, this was a little bit random, perhaps a little bit silly. I kind of had some justification reasons, but it was a bit more of an impulse buy. That was a movie directed by Rennie Harlin, Cutthroat Island. This got panned on release. I remember seeing it years ago, but remember nothing about it. But it's a swashbuckling movie that's rated PG, so my excuse for the pickup is that I kind of want to watch this with my boys. It's something I think they might get a kick out of. If not, I'll just sell it back to CEX. But another little selling point was it's got a slipcover. Is that a justification reason for picking it up, really? I don't know. But that was £8, so not too bad. I'm going to give it a watch with the boys, see if they enjoy it. If not, it's going back to CEX. Coffee addiction is in full swing. Well, that about does it for my trip to Inverness. I've made 3 pickups, which you've likely already seen. Now I've just got to get back to the hotel, sit and enjoy my coffee. Some nice scenery out here.